Some of the 20 South African evacuees who escaped Sudan have expressed relief at their safe return home. Hundreds of people have died and thousands more have fled in almost 3 weeks of fighting between members of the army and a paramilitary group. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi reports.
Family and friends have welcomed 20 South Africans at Cape Town International Airport after they fled conflict-torn Sudan. They were stuck on a vessel after fleeing Sudan for Egypt via the Red Sea. The International Relations Department and relief group, Gift of the Givers, were forced to intervene after the group wasn't allowed to enter Egypt. One evacuee has described his ordeal.
The area we were, it's a bit further away from Khartoum, but it spilled over the next day, the Sunday morning, where we could hear fighter jets, where we could hear bombs going off, and you know, it's a lot of gunshots going around everywhere. And this is when our company decided the best thing is to get everybody out. In fact, our families back home didn't know how serious it was. In fact, my wife, I told her, no, everything is fine, don't worry, man, we relaxed. And then I used to send the videos of 2-3 weeks before when everything was calm. It's been one heck of a journey, but we can only praise our Lord and say thank you for bringing us safely to our families. Thank you to our families for being patient with us. And there's so many people I can thank for all the efforts behind the scenes. You know, it's not easy to get us back. But I tell you what, Sudan is not an easy place at the moment. And I just wish all the people of Sudan can find some tranquility and that the generals can stop the war. It's not easy. I mean, 8 days quarantine in a hotel, 8 days at sea, 4 days waiting to be released, another 6-hour bus trip, and 2 flights later. I'm happy to be back. Thank you very much.
The group spent 4 days waiting for clearance.
We immediately told them to vacate. Then they embarked on the waters to Cairo. When they got to Cairo, they had no permission to park off there. They had no permission to exit the boat. That's when they made contact with ourselves. And within 12 hours, we got the necessary documents in place. And for them, in terms of their paperwork, in terms of getting them flights to be back here today. Within 12 hours, Dr. Suleiman has made contact with the Department of International Relations, DIRCO. All credit due to them. All credit due to the South African Embassy in Egypt, South African Embassy in Sudan, who has made it possible in terms of getting these people evacuated from the boat, getting their documentation in order for them to be here today.
While the 20 South Africans are happy to be back on home soil with their loved ones, it's unclear whether they'll return to finish repairs on a vessel in Port Sudan. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Nasiphi in Cape Town.